What's up, guys? Justin Kaplan Pro here, your startup business mentor and branding strategist. Today, we're going to be talking about how to start a new online business, and this is going to be specifically based towards beginners. Now, for those guys that have been in business for a while, and maybe you've been already in the process of establishing and building a brand, this content today will still be tremendously relevant for you because a lot of people go all in on creating a business and they miss a lot of the fundamentals in the beginning. So whether you are in business for a while or whether you are brand new to the game and really trying to figure out, I'm a beginner and how do I start a brand new business, this content will be relevant for you today. So really what I'm going to be talking about, guys, is the stuff that most people aren't telling you. There's a sea of videos and a sea of content in the marketplace today that'll tell you, how to create your first product, how to get out there and start marketing it, how to build a great social media following, how to sell stuff, how to close stuff, all those things. But the reason why I really want to tackle this subject for you today is because the 21st century is a challenging and unique time to be living in, and the 21st century consumer is also a challenging and unique individual to interact with, build a business with, and to market to. So I really want to help you today understand the 21st century consumer that you're dealing with and how to build a brand that not only highlights and sells products, but build a brand that really becomes magnetic to that 21st century consumer and creates an appeal to your brand and business that those people are drawn to and can't help but interact with and purchase from. So that is our topic and conversation for today. I would love for you to give me a like and subscribe on this video if you're excited about this content today, and certainly drop me some comments down below as we go throughout. Let's dive right in. All right, y'all, let's do this, shall we? I'm going to start you guys out with a quote that I love, but I think is so necessary for all of us to understand. This is by Richard Branson, who is the founder of Virgin Enterprises, Virgin Companies, Virgin Mobile. Richard says, in 1955, the original Fortune 500 was rolled out listing 500 of the most powerful and influential companies in the world. Today, 429 of those companies are no longer in business, and for one primary reason: adaptability. If you do not learn to adapt your business model to the constantly changing mindset of the consumer, your business will not survive. Isn't that crazy? So 1955, 500 of the most powerful and influential companies in the world, leaders of their industry, kings in their economies, are no longer in business because they did not find a way to adapt to their consumer. So what I'm going to talk about today is I'm not going to talk about how to create your first product. I'm not going to talk about how to get your website up and all the things that you need to do to market it and brand it effectively. What I want to talk to you about is some fundamental principles of building a business and making sure that you're doing the right things from the beginning so that you can create a business that's not only profitable but sustainable and can attract the clientele that wants and needs what you have to offer, so you don't have to go out chasing people and constantly trying to convince your audience that you have something valuable for sale, right? Because it's easy to get caught up in that trap, right? So let's dive right into this. The first thing I want to give you, number one, is that business is about people, all right? You may have heard someone say before that people connect with people, people do not connect with product, but that's absolutely a fundamental truth of building a business. I want you to understand that as you build your business, people come first, products come second. No matter what niche you're in, no matter what lane you're in, no matter what specialty you have, no matter whatever business concept you're trying to create, every industry applies. Business is about people. And when you lead your business with a product and you're like, I want to create this product, I have this idea, I want to sell this course, I want to get into this lane, I want to offer coaching and consulting, or I want to create digital programs or products. If that's all you're thinking about is the product that you want to sell, you're already doing it wrong. The first thing that you need to establish as a business owner is you need to establish Who is the audience that I really, really want to serve? What kind of problems do people have that I have solutions for? What kind of struggles do people have that I have knowledge that can assist them? So we want to lead our business with our audience's need, not just with the idea of what and how we want to make money. So one of the things that I learned early on in my business that's been such a powerful thing for me to be able to apply in every stage of business that I've gone through is that whenever you're thinking about something that you want to sell, you always want to start with a buyer and then create a product to meet that buyer's need. And I've made this mistake before where I've got an idea. I'm like, I think I'll create a new academy, or I think I'll write a new book, or I think I'll put together this new coaching program because it seems like something that would be valuable. And I think people would really love that. And I go all in creating something that's my idea without testing market interest. And then you go out and drop something like that on the market without testing it ahead of time. And what happens? It flops. You can't sell it. You can't move it. You can't get any impact from it because you created something that sounded good to you, but it wasn't something necessarily that your audience was looking for. So it's very important as you start your own business to make sure that whatever it is that you want to be selling, you always lead with your people first, identify what their needs are first, and then you create your products and services and programs and whatever it is you're going to actually sell. You create those with your buyer in mind, understanding what their needs are and meeting them with your solution. All right, that's number one, is business is about people. Number two is business is about positioning. Every successful business has got to establish their position in the market. So as you build your business, I want you to think about, how do you want to be positioned? How do you want people to think about you? Do you want to be high end? Or do you want to be budget friendly? Do you want to be exclusive, so there's limited availability to you? Or do you want to be someone who's personally accessible? Do you want to be relative, meaning do you want to kind of just fit yourself in with all the other people that are doing the similar things and just kind of give your own angle on it? Or do you want to be completely disruptive? Do you want to be someone who completely offers something that's never been seen before, like a completely different approach or a completely different concept or something that might be controversial? Do you want to be disruptive in your industry? So your position is incredibly important to think about, and really just really what it boils down to is you want to ask yourself, what do you really want to be known for? When people think of your brand and think of your business and they think of you as the business owner or leader, how do you want them to think about you, and what do you want to be known for? How do you want to position yourself in the marketplace? Positioning is really about mental real estate. You want to be able to capture, as a business owner and as a marketer, you want to be able to capture the mental real estate of your consumer. So for me, for my consumer, I want to position myself as the best branding strategist that you know. A startup business coach and mentor that'll give you step-by-step guidance and principles to help you grow your business with proven strategies that will actually get you results. I want to be known as someone who will challenge you personally to develop yourself into a sound business owner. I want to give you great social media marketing principles to teach you how to get real results from social media. So all of these things that I teach and all of these things that I do, I'm capturing mental real estate through the content that I share. So when you have an interaction with me through my content and through the things that I provide in my resources and my website, my podcast, and my blog, and all the things that I do, I'm capturing mental real estate where I'm positioning myself in your mind as the subject matter expert in my field. So if you're sitting down and having a conversation with your spouse about, man, I think we need to really do some work on our branding, I think we need to get a hold of Justin Kaplan Pro about that and see what he's talking about. Or, man, I really need to figure out how to be more effective on social media. I think Justin Kaplan Pro's got some training on that. We should see what he's up to. So that is positioning. I'm trying to position myself in your mind as the go-to person so that when you need help in some area and you're trying to find guidance or instruction on some aspect of your business, I'm the first person that you think of. That's positioning. So business is very, very much about positioning. You will struggle to grow a business and struggle to sell your products, programs, or services if you do not establish a unique position in people's minds. That is important, and you need to think about that up front on what position you want to take, all right? The third thing I want to give you this morning is that business is about perspective. Understand this and write this down if you're taking notes, y'all, is that people will do based upon their view. However you want to be viewed, you have to become that person day in, day out, without fail, and recognize that no matter what you're doing on whatever social platform or whatever thing you're doing locally or online, there's always someone watching you. and they're establishing a perspective about you. I mean, can we all just agree on this? That aren't we so quick to make judgments? Aren't we so quick to form a perspective of someone? I mean, you have a first impression. You may see someone or experience someone without even having a chance to talk to them yet, but as soon as we have an interaction with someone, we're automatically sizing them up, right? We automatically come to conclusions about who they are and the value that they have and what they do or what they don't do based upon those experiences. So perspective is powerful, and people will interact with you based upon their perception and perspective of you. So it's important early on in your business to identify what perspective you want to create for yourself. You got to establish how you want to be viewed, because once you identify that perspective, if you say, Justin, I want to be known as a first-class professional. I want to be known who's someone that's got step-by-step strategies that produce real results. Okay, that's awesome. I love that. You have to become that person. If you want to be known as a successful author who writes amazing, great books, someone who develops a reputation for any time you drop a book on the market, your viewers are ready to come in and check it out and see what that next book is going to be about, then you have to present yourself as a first-class author. People have to have that viewpoint of you before they're going to interact with you in that way. So your perspective is everything. So recognize that every single thing right now that you are doing and are not doing is forming your brand identity. It is forming the perspective that people have of you in their mind. So every time you show up or don't show up, you're telling your audience everything they need to know about you. Every time you say you're going to do something, but you don't follow through. Every time you interact with someone and say, I'll check in with you next week, and then you fail to follow up. Every single time you go in spurts with your content where you show up for a period of time, and then you disappear for a period of time. Then you show up for a period of time, and then you disappear for a period of time. All of those things are telling your audience everything they need to know about you as a business owner, and they're forming the perspective in their mind of who you are and who you will be moving forward. So if you're someone who's sharing great, valuable content, but you show up for 2 or 3 days with good information, but then you disappear for 30 days and you're gone for a month, any positive interaction that I had with you up until then was building my buying temperature, and I might have been considering you to hire you for your programs or services or buying your product. But then all of a sudden you disappear, and I think to myself, are they just going to disappear after I've purchased it? Like, what happens if I sign a contract with this person? Are they going to hang in here for the long haul? So I will tell you this, y'all, I've been in business for a long time, and one of the things that I've gotten complimented on by people that have chosen to hire me and pay me significant fees for my coaching have told me, Justin, one of the things that has drawn me to you and made me comfortable in hiring you is that you've stood the test of time. Where a lot of people have risen up and then fallen off, you've remained consistent. You're here, you're constantly showing up, and you're proving to us that you are committed to your craft and committed to your business. And I believe that you will be with me for the long haul while I'm trying to build my own business. So I can't just tell you that. I can't just tell you when I'm building a brand new business, listen to me, if you hire me, I promise you that I'll be with you. I have to prove that to you, and that's all formed in perspective. So perspective is developed through your actions, through behavior, through the things that you're going to do. Don't tell people that you're going to be a certain thing in the industry. Show them and give them the opportunity to experience. You also recognize this, I want you to get this about this point as well, is that it takes an average of 5 to 7 positive experiences with your brand before someone is usually going to be willing to take a next step with you or make a commitment on any level. 5 to 7 positive experiences. So this video, for example, would be one experience with my brand. I can't expect someone who's brand new to me to watch this one video and then roll in and hire me for a premium coaching or branding package. I know that I need to develop a relationship with you. I need to build trust with you, build rapport with you. You got to learn to know me and like me and trust me before you're going to be willing to invest in something premium from me. So I know that it's going to take some time to establish some impressions. But if you watch this one video and this is an impression, maybe after this video is over, then you go to my website, justincapandpro.com, and you land on my website and you navigate my website. This website's clean and professional. I really like it. It's user-friendly. There's a lot of great information here. Now I'm at a second positive brand impression. I've impressed you with my website. And then maybe you land on the free resources segment and you see free resources and you see all the value that's there and available to you. And you're like, man, this is really awesome. Look at all the great free resources. And then maybe you choose my Goal Crusher document and you click on that and you download it. It's a quick, easy download, and you open that up and you realize how much value is in that resource and that it's free. And I can't believe Justin gave me this guide for free. Now I'm at a third brand impression. And then maybe after you download that thing, I get a notification that you downloaded it. So 48 hours after you downloaded it, I send you a personal message to say, hey, John, I saw that you downloaded my Goal Crusher from my website 2 days ago. Just want to check in with you, first of all, to challenge you, because most people that download it won't even open it. So I want to challenge you to take a step further beyond most and actually open that document and get started on it. That's the first challenge that I have for you. Then secondly, I just want to let you know that I'm here to help. If you got challenges with this, if you get stuck on anything, if you got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, because it's absolutely my pleasure to serve, and I'd love to help you through that guide if you need the help. All right, take care, God bless, and I'll see you around the web. I send you a message and you're like, geez, not only did Justin challenge me to take action, but then he followed up to make sure that I was going to do what I need to do. So that is a positive brand impression. Now I'm at 4, and all of that is automated. So instead of like, maybe I need to go and check out another one of Justin's videos. So you come into another video. Now I'm at 5 brand impressions, all right? Now you're on that second video. You might be more apt to check into the description. Realize that you could register for a free strategy call with me simply by going to justincapandpro.com/apply and fill out a quick questionnaire, and you can have a free one-on-one strategy call with me to help you in your business concept. So I want you to get this, that people are much more likely to take action on something that you're trying to get them to take action on once they've had the opportunity to experience you on several levels. So it takes an average of 5 to 7 positive experiences with your brand before usually going to be willing to take a next step toward you. All right, that is number 3. Number 4 is business is about emotions. All right, if you're taking notes, I'd love for you to write this down. Human behavior is driven by emotional impulse. All right, with everything that you do, with your content, with your marketing, with your branding, with your positioning, everything needs to be designed to engage emotions. Now, the best way to do that, a great place to start when you're starting up a brand new online business, and if you are a beginner in this process, one of the best ways to do that is to start by thinking about that audience. And first of all, identify just real simply who your audience is and who exactly you want to speak to. So for example, I am a startup business mentor and I am a branding strategist, and what I do is I specialize in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting, your idea into a profitable and sustainable brand that rises up in this challenging 21st century market to draw in the 21st century consumer that wants and needs what you have to offer. That's what I do. So if someone asks me, Justin, who's your target audience? Who do you work with? The people that I work with are goal-driven individuals who have a very specific gifting that serves a very specific type of clientele and have a desire to build a business from it. That's it. Goal-driven individuals who have a very specific gifting that serves a very specific type of clientele and they have a desire to build a business from it. I don't care what color skin you have. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're married, single. All those details don't matter to me. What matters to me is, do you have a gift? Does your gift serve an audience? And do you have a desire to build a business from it? That's it. So when I ask you that particular audience, I challenge you for yourself to take a second to identify who it is that you really, really want to help, who it is that you really, really want to serve. And then once you identify that, going back to number 4, is business is about emotions. Take that audience into account for a second. So I'm thinking to myself, goal-driven individuals who have a very specific gifting and want to build a business from it. What are their pain points? What are the emotions that they're feeling? Thinking about you guys that are watching this video right now. When you clicked on this video, it said how to start a new online business for beginners. You might be a beginner in this stage and you're trying to figure some things out. So when I'm thinking about your emotions, you might be overwhelmed with all the options that you have in front of you. You might be frustrated because maybe you've tried some things and they didn't work in the past. You might be a little bit scared, wondering if this could really even work for you. Maybe someone here has lost their job and they just lost their consistent income opportunity, and so they're trying to figure out how to generate revenue from home. So you may be fearful, you may be nervous. Some people may just be straight burned out. And I think some of you guys may be there today where you just burned out because you've tried so many things and nothing's ever really panned out for you, and you're not really sure whether this is going to work. And so you're trying to hear something new that can help you break beyond that barrier. So there's a variety of things: overwhelm, frustration, fear, insecurity, doubt. You might not be sure this is ever going to be possible for you. So this is where I would start with you. With this, is business is about emotions, is take time to identify your unique target audience. And then once you identify that, ask yourself just what are they feeling, and write down all of those emotions that they may be feeling. Then what you want to do is you want to design your emotional triggers. And what an emotional trigger is, a trigger is I'm going to design and intentionally identify the positive emotional triggers that I want to leverage to offset all the negative emotions that you're feeling. So for example, if you're feeling frustrated or overwhelmed or insecure or doubtful, all those things, then I need to identify what emotions do I need to stir up in you to offset all those negative emotions. So the 3 positive emotional triggers that I use and leverage and that I design in my business from the very beginning are clarity, vision, and confidence. Clarity, vision, and confidence. So for me, clarity, number 1, is I am very good at taking tough subjects and breaking them down into very simple terms that you can digest and apply in your own business. I take very difficult conversations and teach you how to apply specific principles to get real results in your business. So I make things easier for you. That's my mission. That's clarity. And clarity offsets confusion. Clarity offsets frustration. Clarity can offset doubt and unbelief. One of the number 1 reasons why a lot of people don't move forward in their business because they lack confidence, and they lack confidence usually because they lack clarity. Write this down if you're taking notes. Clarity equals confidence. A lot of the reasons why you're struggling to be confident in your mission, in your message, in your plan is because you're lacking clarity. You don't know what to do. You don't know what next step to take. You lack confidence in communicating your business to people because you lack clarity on what to say. So clarity brings confidence. Clarity plus confidence brings clients. All right, so clarity brings confidence. Clarity plus confidence brings clients. So one of the things that I focus on helping you do is getting clear and getting confident, because I know if I can help you get clarity and I can help you build confidence, that's going to help you bring clients. Now, there's another one in there, a third one, the vision piece. Vision is important. The Bible says without a vision, people perish. And I believe that directly applies to business as well, because if you don't have a vision for where you can go and what you can do, the likelihood of you getting anywhere near that in your future is slim. You have to have a vision for what's possible for you. So vision is a positive emotional trigger. I know that if I can help you establish a vision, you are much more likely to move forward and take steps towards that gifting that God has given you and that calling that you have in your life. So business is about emotion. So take time to identify your audience's emotional pain points, and then you want to establish for yourself what you want your emotional triggers to be. And then those positive emotional triggers, you have to embody those every day. So every single day that I share content and teach and help my clients and share content on social media, I'm constantly working to bring clarity. I'm constantly working to build confidence in you. I'm constantly working to give you a vision for what's possible for you, because I know if I can establish clarity, vision, and confidence, those are going to offset majority of the negative emotions you're feeling. And what happens when negative emotions are erased with positive emotion? You usually want to take action, right? As soon as a negative emotion is erased with a positive motivation or a positive inspiration, usually that's like, all right, cool. I have a renewed vision. I'm more confident now. I feel like I have a new refreshed vision. I feel like I could really do this. And what happens when you feel that way? You want to take a step forward. That's the idea, right? So really, when people talk about, man, I need to be motivated or I need to be inspired, that's a surface issue. What they really need is that emotional trigger. They need help offsetting their negative emotion with a new positive emotion. And that's what motivation and inspiration really is, okay? So number 5, I have 2 left for you. Number 5 is business is about value. Recognize this early on, y'all, is that people are not always looking for the cheapest price, but people are almost always looking for the best value. I'm going to challenge you, no matter what business you're trying to start, to be a value source. Seek to give more than you take. Seek to be a fuel source for people. What does that mean? I want to be someone in your life where when you are like, man, I need to get more clarity on my branding, let me plug into Justin Kaplan Pro. Man, I need to get pumped up on this Monday morning or this Wednesday morning, or going into my weekend. Man, I need to get plugged into Justin Kaplan Pro because I want to be a fuel source for you. So whenever you're needing a shot of information or a shot of energy or a shot of clarity, I want you to know that you can plug into me and I'll be a fuel source for you to pump you up and get you moving and taking steps forward towards your gifting and towards your calling. So seek ways to give more than you take, to be a fuel source for people. I believe wholeheartedly, guys, that if you serve effectively, the sale happens naturally. If you focus on how can I come out to the market every single day and serve my audience and be a source of value, encouragement, guidance, wisdom, whatever it is that you do, the sales will happen naturally. And that's what it means to have a truly magnetic business, when you have built a presence around your brand that people can't help but be drawn to it, all right? The last one I'm going to give you, number 6, is that business is about accessibility. 2 primary things that today's consumer demands of every business are ease and accessibility. We're dealing with an audience that has such a short attention span. Everyone is in a hurry. Everyone has got a swipe mentality. Swipe, 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 swipe. Just get me to the thing, get me to the point, right? So with you as a business owner, as you build your business and as you create your brand and your structure, be thinking about how you can simplify complexities. Where most people would make this thing challenge, how can I make this as easy as possible? How can I make this as accessible as possible? How can I make this as clear as possible? Remember that good is the enemy of great. Of all the good things that you can show to people and offer to people and teach to people, what is the best thing that you have to offer? Make your best thing the most easily accessible and focus on highlighting your best, providing your best, and in doing so, you will attract your best, all right? That's what I got for you today, guys. 6 different pro tips on how to start a new online business for beginners. Hopefully that was helpful for you. As always, guys, my mission is to get you thinking differently, acting differently, and believing differently than you would have if you had not otherwise had the chance to connect to my content. So hopefully that was good for you today. Guys, if you enjoyed it, I would love for you to give me a like on the video and a subscribe to the channel. Drop me some comments down below if you found it helpful. And if you have any other tips or any other things that you'd like to chime in, drop those in. I also love questions. I love interaction. Any of those comments that drop on this video, I'm absolutely interactive, and it'd be my pleasure to serve. If you want to learn more about me and how you can work with me, feel free to hit the description of this video, and then I'll tell you everything you need to know. I'm going to leave you with that for today, guys. Have a beautiful day. Be intentional with your time, and I will see you all around the web. All right, take care. God bless. I'll see y'all later.